Okay, so here's a little bit of an update. Floor's still super messy. There's my power panel ready to go back in. Just finishing up raising the beds. I'm not going to use those because they're kind of, you know, moldy. Anyway, going to get the Husqvarna saw going. I just got to change the fuel vent on it. I already bought a new one. Tighten the chain, go through it. Solar panel just in the corner there. Anyway, we're just raising the bed up by 6 inches because the bed was way too low. Then we got to install this carpet. I'm just copying some movies for the motorhome, so hoping to get that done soon. Just put away everything here for the winter because when we come back, every time there's almost always snow, so I got everything under tarps for once in my life. You can still see the exhaust stick or stack sticking out of the diesel. Yard's, you know, pretty decently clean. Hide your ass crack. Hide your ass crack. Coming in with the camera. Having fun sleeping on the job there?
Yeah.
Well, that'll work out good to cover that. As you guys can see, I'm making an update video, Dad. There'll be some storage in there to put the chainsaw right there. He's just boxing it off. Be a great van for smuggling stuff from the States. Probably they would look at this van, they'd probably say, "Oh God, no! Remove your bed." That's what they'd probably say. Remove your bed, because underneath those, there's actually storage under there, but we just filled them in with insulation. So that center back one is where the battery's going.
Yeah, in here.
And there's where the battery's going. Cupboards. Just brought it to a buddy's house the other day and built us some cupboards. Now you might say, "Where's the doors?" Well, these are designed to fit milk crates. So it fits 6 milk crates. The power panel for the batteries are all going into that corner right there. Spice rack. Yeah, it's a redneck mobile home.
You know what you need to do? You need a drill with a drill bit about that big.
A 1 inch or 3/4 inch?
Yeah, so you can drill finger holes to lift our board up.
To be honest,
otherwise that's going to be a real pitch hole.
I'll just put a screw in there and grab the screw.
No, because that's going to be your bed, dumbass. Yeah, you can do that too, but...
There, I can just lift it with my knife. Makes it look more hidden.
Whatever. You're going to have storage under there too. So.
Yeah, the storage will continue down there. Yeah, that looks crooked there, Dad.
Yeah, well, the whole motorhome's crooked. All the walls are crooked.
Yeah, it's crooked. Higher up the bed here than over there because you can't really see here, but from here to the edge of the motorhome, the whole edge of the motorhome is down by about a 1/2 inch. It's pretty much... Hey, settle down there. The only thing holding this motorhome up is the internal plywood. The old plywood in the walls is pretty much rotten. The roof is really redneck. This is just high heat wood stove paint. I just painted the roof here because last year I think it got a little hot. So, yeah. So we're going to try to keep the wood stove a little bit colder. It looks very horrible right now, but anyway, just a little bit of an update. And right there is the stovepipe. So that just fits on the side here. Just remove our bungee cord, the plug, and we got 2 straps there that hold it in place. That's from last year burning wet wood. So this year we're probably going to be burning the driest wood we can get because we actually stockpiled some out there from last year, so should be better. So anyway, hopefully it doesn't leak and hopefully it doesn't leave us stranded. Okay, so here's a bit of an update. You can see I got my cabling kind of roughed in, just working off the trouble light right there. So got these 2 wires off or hanging down here. I'm going to be mounting a little 300 watt inverter probably on this wall here. I might actually mount it up at the top, not too sure yet. My charging studs. This here is where my solar will plug in, and on the outside, basically the way I'm going to do it is just one of these guys right here. So it's waterproof for a plug end. This will be mounted on the outside. It will go through the wall. It's going to be nice and high up so no one can reach it, but it should come out right about there, right beside this light, I'm guessing. So that's right at the top. Reason why I'm putting it at the top is if I put it down here, then I got to run my cable down for my charging, which I still tempted to do that. I just wrap it with loom. Here's our main battery cables, which will be just attached to the wall like that with some staples. So I could actually put the charging wired down, but my whole point of doing that is I want it so I could pull it back in and then push it out. So I want a longer cord that I can keep all the slack, like pretty much in a cupboard. So I'm thinking I might put a door on this, or I might not, hard to say. Yes, this is a shitty charge controller, I know, it's temporary. So in this panel here, the way it is, I'm going to have it so it just kind of hinges down to get to the back. So that's not too big of a deal. Anyway, just got to finish up my wiring. Here's where my computer cable comes out here. I've got lots of slack, as you can see. It'll give us enough that we can bring the computer cord right to the seating, which you can see. Here's our benches. So there's going to be a lot of storage underneath. So, oh, and I got some loom stuck in there. This here is where our batteries are going to be going, right in there. So yes, we got a sweep clean. Here's another one which I can't open right now. It's a little bit of a bigger bed. That one's made out of pretty much new material. This is all the used material. As you can see, it doesn't line up the best, but again, just a hunting shack on wheels. I'm thinking of mounting, I got a 27-inch LCD monitor, computer monitor, not a TV, that I'm thinking of mounting on this wall. Stove on the other side, but believe it or not, this here gets slightly warm, but not too big of a deal. We got some fire grade, can't remember what size drywall, but it's thicker than this. Actually, you can see right there. So that's bigger than 1/2 inch. I can't think of what size it was. So I'm thinking of mounting a monitor here. We're going to take out a few screws here, run a wire underneath here to put a light here. The light's going to go right in front of the cupboard here. I got another wire coming out here, which is a full 15 amp that we're going to be running to put light here, light there, a light up in a bunk, and I'm thinking of having a little light puppy. I don't know yet where I'm going to put it, but one aiming at the wood stove. Okay, so got the board mounted in place, got some wires hanging out of here, ran the battery cables down into the box, but don't have the batteries in there yet. And just went in, had some supper, came out. It's dark. Of course, it gets dark early now. And man, is it cold. And sure enough, my jacket's in the washer because, you know, starting to hunt, I gotta keep everything nice and clean. So, started to get cold, so I fired up the old wood stove here. So, man, that thing's pounding nice heat. I can close actually that vent a little bit. Don't need it quite chooching so high right now. There we go, that calmed her down. Good enough. Guess we'll get a shot outside for anyone that's new to my channel. What it looks like. Only takes about 5 minutes to put up. And some spider webs burning out of it. I did clean it out the best I could before I stuck it up there. So you can see just a portable bracket there that holds it in place. And there you go. Yeah, I know it's not working. Well, whatever. Quit sorting nuts and bolts and get back to work. Like, really.
I will.
So,
I'm just going to put these in bins because they're already sorted.
So the time that we're in the most rush, because we don't have much daytime left, or nighttime left, and you're sorting freaking nuts and bolts randomly to put in your bins, and you've been doing it for 3 hours.
I have not been doing it for 3 hours. I've been doing it for about 10 minutes, and it's because you make me want to quit hunting.
Yeah, because I'm trying to push you too hard by working, and now you're doing sorting nuts and bolts.
Hunting started 2 days ago, and we should have been hunting 2 days ago, and you're still dicking around playing with all this shit.
Guess what? Hunting didn't start 2 days ago. It started about 10 hours ago.
Whatever. It's Monday. It started Monday.
Yeah? So quit freaking around, quit playing with your nuts and bolts and freaking hurry up.
I should have been out there hunting, but you insist on fucking adding toys to the fucking mobile home left and right.
Adding toys? Who just told me to go install the big screen?
Well, you had nothing else to do. You're
nothing else to do. I got to go through my hunting bag. I got to organize all that. We got to clean up that mess. Clean up the floor so we can hang the deer. I got to wash all the hunter's orange. We got to load up all these bins, go through all these bins. We got to go check the tire pressure, check the oil, check the fluid.
What are you doing playing on the fucking camera again then?
Because I'm trying to get you to come work.
Trying to get me to come work. I've been up since 8 o'clock this morning.
Doing fuck all. Exactly. Nothing.
I've been doing shit all day. Oh, no, that's why the carpet's in and the beds are all made and everything else, right?
The carpet's in. I put in a carpet, you asshole.
Like fuck you did.
You cut one little piece and then you gave up and came and started sorting your nuts and bolts, Dad.
Yeah, right. The only reason I'm sorting nuts and bolts is because you needed what? You needed 3.5-inch bolts, 4.5-inch bolts, 5.5-inch bolts, and you used them all up, so now I gotta sort more.
Oh, what a loser. Anyway, give you guys a... Just turn this down. Turn that down, I mean. Anyway, here's an update where we're at. Turn on some lights here. See here. Here's my charging. You can see I got 14 volts in the battery. So anyway, it's not charging right now. So it's not actually physically charging, kicked out. But anyway, can't see it here, but there's a little port right there, a little flapper that goes outside. That's going to be for my solar power wire, which is right here. These wires are for the 300 watt or 400 watt inverter. Those are my charging studs, which I'm charging right now. So the battery's holding 13.4 volts right now, even with this running. So yes, I installed a monitor, so bolted it right through into here or whatever. It's just the last minute thing. Went and installed a monitor. Went to my work, dug through a bad pile, found this one here with the little scratch on the screen, which you can't even see. So anyway, that's the monitor, and this is my kind of rat's nest of wiring right now. This is only a 100 watt inverter, which is actually ice cold. So this inverter is ice cold. It's running this monitor right now. It's running the speakers, which I just shut off, which I'm going to actually be mounting one speaker right here, somewhere in this mess, and then the other one's going to be mounted up on this wall. I'm just trying to decide how I can wall mount these without, you know, it's either zip tie them on. If I don't zip tie them, I think I'll just drill a hole right through the top. Looks like there's nothing in there. This one already has something rattling in it. So got to mount those. Oh, I guess I'll show you the battery box. Oh, as you can see, installed some carpet. Yeah, it's kind of redneck install. We're in a rush. Again, trying to get out there, but, you know, shit's kind of happening. Wood stove. It's all nice and cold. Had it going last night, as you've seen. Oh, here's my other rat's nest. That turns on a small light inside. This light's just for if we're going out for a shit or a piss at night. When we come back in, we'll have enough light to, you know, get back in bed. And when that switch is on, that guy's on. So, anyway, the other thing that's dangling here is a USB power. If I could get that cap open. USB power. This is just 12 volt power. This actually plugs into 12 volt power. Just made it so it's kind of quick release. It's kind of just wrapped around here. Just like that. Now this here is 15 amp 12 volt. It's not hooked up to anything yet. My plan was with this was for bunk lights up top and maybe lights in the cab and maybe GPS and a few other things in the cab. As you can see, our beds are done. Besides putting on the bedding and stuff, it's good enough anyway. Show you the battery box. Just let me get this table apart here. Just give me a second. Oh, we moved the table back quite a bit too from where it used to be. Give us a little bit more room. Slide some of these out of the way. And I'm estimating with the batteries. Right there's our batteries. You can see got some just slack cable sitting there right now, but they're all hooked up. They're in between foam, strapped down. Gonna hope they don't go anywhere. A little bit of a tight fit everything right now. Still have to kind of work out a few things. These bins open. My holes here. See, got storage bin underneath here. Oh, and you can see where the beds used to be. That used to be the bed, and that's 6 3/4 inches lower. So we raised the beds and seats 6 3/4 inches. So now we're actually sitting at the proper height. So laptop's just running right there, playing the video. Anyway, these lights on here. Oh, I guess I do need them. It's already starting to get dark. Anyway, our plan's to leave tomorrow morning, so we're virtually done in here. The only thing we really have to do now is I got to zip tie up the speakers. Got plenty of airflow behind this little inverter here. Got it on a block of wood. So, I don't know if I like that idea, but it's just temporary for this year. Next year I'll be taking down the roof and probably doing it proper. And this inverter is meant to be originally what we ran the speakers on, and what we're running the, you know, like USB chargers and small stuff. The laptop itself is being powered off the 19-volt buck converter, which is on this switch here. That's off, that's on, but of course I still got power itself, you know. So let's see here, I'm probably going to be a little bit higher now. Yeah, 14, almost 15 volts in those batteries. So anyway, maybe I'll make some videos when I get out there, but there you go. And of course, knowing the bad luck I've been having so far, frickin' chainsaw, hey? Frickin' oil pump plunger stripped where it goes on, stripped itself. So I went and picked up another one, cost me $17.45, so it's not that big of a deal. This little guy right there, my other one's stripped. So went to paint myself 3 lines on the ground and run her for a bit, and realized that it's not pumping proper, so I pulled it apart to clean it and realized that it got caught on a dead tooth, which was stripped. So you can see the chain's a little bit dry, so never used it much. It was working great when I put on the chain and bar, cut quite a bit with it, but just recently, I guess the last time I used it, must have burnt up the plunger, or pump plunger, or whatever you call it. So anyway, I'll be installing that real quick before I go. It only takes about 10 minutes to put it in, and then I'll be loading up the RV the rest of the way. Okay, so motorhome's finished, but it's already pretty dark out, so I'm not going to be able to finish the update today. Toss it into my next video here. Just organizing all my crap in my bag here. Wet pocket, everything where it goes. Trying to keep it down to the lightest. Those 2 duffel bags are going to be staying in the RV. That's just extra stuff that I won't need with me. That's just going to be for my quick pack if I'm just going for like an hour hunt or half an hour hunt. But when I go for the complete day or 2, I'll be bringing this one here. G4 operator pack. This is a Maxpedition Jumbo. You've got the little guy here, whatever, I can't remember what model that was. This is my orange vest here I just picked up, camouflage, just a cheapie, like $79 or $89, Cabela's vest. And my Princess Auto branded rabbit hat that was pure orange, but I gave it a little bit of a camouflage just using spray paint. Doesn't even smell that. The spray paint smell pretty much is completely gone now that it's dry, but I just wanted to kind of give it a little bit of a look to match that vest, which that vest and this hat I'll be wearing on top of my camouflage jacket here, because it's actually pretty cold out. It's actually snowing out right now. Again, my gun, gave it a full cleaning. I changed the hammer spring, just upgraded it to something a little bit better. That knife has to go in one of my packs. Anyway, final stages is pretty much being complete. I already tore apart all this like 4 times. I do that every year, just trying to decide what stays in the motorhome, what goes with me. The reason why I carry such a big bag is because where I go is normally 15 kilometers or so away from the motorhome and completely out of cell range. So without buying a satellite phone, which I'm too cheap to buy right now, I just prefer to have a little bit extra with me. So I'm going to try to keep it at around the 35, 40 pound mark. So that's complete everything. But I'll have to see. Anyway, I'll post a couple videos when I'm out there, and hopefully I have pretty decent luck. This year, again, it's bucks only, so you cannot shoot a doe or a buck with under a 4-inch antler. So anyway, that's just spare winter clothing. I got a camouflage, big, thick camouflage parka in here if it gets real cold. Can't really pull it out, but there's parka and snow pants in there. I normally wear that during rifle season. But this year, with the amount of cold we're having right now, I might actually pull that out a little bit quicker. So, okay, chainsaw is done. My old man there's just going to, was going to fill up the motorhome with gas, and then we're out of here. So he's leaving now. It's always fun backing that thing up into the lane. So, seeing there's a power pole right behind him. We got it set on motion and garbage can. Garbage can. Garbage can. Oh, he just missed the garbage can. Switch to the other camera in a second. Anyway, just got done with the chainsaw here. Just put in a new oil pump, you could say, for the chain bar. That was a quick half-hour fix. Started it up, gave it one quick test. Everything seems to be good. It's way too late at night to actually run it any longer than like 30 seconds. Just enough for it to prime. Chain got covered in oil, or started to, so I know it will be fine. Got my fuel, oil, and my stovepipe for the motorhome. Had to take it down because we can't drive with it up. And yeah, everything's pretty much loaded up. Thank God I got the Husky going, because I didn't want to bring this guy, because this one here is a little bit too big and bulky, let's say, just to cut firewood and shit like that. Not going to be cutting down too many trees. So I left a couple out there since last year. I, cut a bunch, brought some in on my quad from down in the area, let's just say, drag some in, yada yada yada. Anyway, so I got some trees I got to cut up. Not too big of a deal. Main thing is, a couple years ago around this time, we had a freak snowstorm which left about 100 trees blocking the road. So yeah, very important to have a chainsaw if we're going to be in the bush, especially where we go. It's literally in the middle of nowhere. So anyway, there's the stovepipe, there's chainsaw. As you can see, the yard or garage is pretty well cleaned up. A little bit of brake cleaner on the ground there still. Just got to go through a little bit more of my chainsaw mess here, and then I'm gone.